Hello and good morning. Let's take a look here. We're in week 6-3. And yesterday we did these two with different numbers but the same idea. So what I want you to look at is you need this distance here and you need this distance over here. But to get this distance, what you do is you slide this one down just temporarily. And you see that the whole distance is 12, but that upper distance is 5. So this has to be 7, because 7 plus 5 gives you 12. Watch again on this other side. On this other side, you're looking for this distance here. If you slide the 4 over just temporarily, you see that the whole thing is 15, so that would make that 11. Yesterday, when I did perimeter on this one, I didn't do this piece right here. You got to do them all. So now you start adding them up. 5 plus 15 plus 12 plus 4 plus 7 plus 11. And then you add all of that up and you get your answer. Any questions on the concept of perimeter? Again, slide this one over and you see it's 4, so 15 minus 4 is 11. Slide this one down, and then 7 plus 5 is 12. All right, next one here is you have to get this height here. So we'll put an H for the height. You need the height because that's part of the formula. So you're going to do Pythagoreans there. So you're going to say, you're going to color your legs. Remember the L? The L goes together. So that gives me h squared is equal to 64 minus 16, because you got to subtract that over here. Then you're going to do h is equal to the square root of whatever that is. So 64 minus 16, I get 48. So the height is the square root of 48, and we can do the square root of that. So we get 6.9. Okay? So now that we have the height, the bases are the ones that are parallel. So slide that 10 down, and so this whole side right here is 14. So you're going to have your bases are 10 plus 14. The height is 6.9, and then you got to divide by 2. Last thing you do is divide by 2. So look up here. That's 24 times 6.9. Press equals, divide by 2, press equals. I get 82.8, and so should you. And this is area, so it would be like square feet or square inches. Also, the practice test. The test is going to be online as of 5 o'clock today. The practice test is, video is on there on Canvas as well. So make sure you study. Copy this one down. We're moving on to a new chapter here. Classify the triangle. Well, you could graph it. And so right now I want you to graph these points. We'll call them A, B, C. Okay, so if you look at it, remember you have 3 types of triangles. You have an equilateral triangle with all sides equal, an isosceles triangle with 2 sides equal, and a scalene with no sides equal. Okay, make sure you know that. And so what you're going to do is the distance formula from here to here, from A to B. So you're going to take A to B and do the distance formula. So you're going to have to do it 3 times. Once for AB, once for BC, and once for AC. So do that right now. Okay, so here, AB is here, so I'm going to do 4 minus 2 and 1 minus 7. BC is here, so I'm going to do 2 minus 8 and 7 minus 5. And then finally, AC is going to be 4 minus 8 and 1 minus 5. So once I do that, I work it out. So that's 2 squared, which is 4. Negative 6 squared, which is 36. So I get the square root of 40 on that one. This one right here, I get negative 6 squared is 36. This is 2 squared, which is 4. So I get the square root of 40. Same thing. And then on this one, I get a negative 4 squared, which is 16. A negative 4 squared, which is 16. I get 32. So these two sides are equal, so it's an isosceles triangle. Let's see which one it is. AB is equal to BC. So it's an isosceles triangle. And that's what you're going to be doing today. And today's work is right here. If you get stuck, ask questions, okay? Some of you are not asking questions, which tells me you're probably not working. You have to work and you have to ask questions. Let's take a look here. All right, so MCR, your test is now online. You have a practice video on there as well. So if you need to, get tutoring or watch this video, and hopefully that helps you. It says factor here. Remember you had a chart. These two you're going to be adding. And this one is going to be 2 pluses, 2 minuses, plus and a minus, and these are subtract. So you have 2 minuses, you're going to be subtracting to get that. What you do first is you multiply the first number times the last number, which gives you 14. And then you factor it down. 1 times 14, 2 times 7. If you subtract these two numbers, you get that 5. So you're going to substitute these two numbers in place. So you're going to have m squared, and then 2m, and then 7m, and then 14 back here. Now, what you want to do is try to figure out which one's going to be a plus, which one's a minus. Well, the middle one's a minus, so you want it to be with the bigger number, and the plus goes there. Once you do that, you do group factoring here. So you take out an m, and you're left with m plus 2. Here you're going to take out a negative 7, and you're left with m plus 2. So your final answer is going to be m plus 2 and m minus 7. Okay? And then when you factor it, you can go ahead and solve it. This one works the same way. Let's get a calculator here. Press the square root of 73, shift square root plus 7, press equals, and then divide by 4. And I get 3.9 on this one. There it is. Okay, so today what we're doing is we're doing the quadratic formula. So take a look at this one right here, number 1. These are the answers right here. So what you need to do is know this formula. A squared, it's actually ax squared plus bx plus c. Copy that down. Okay? So the a is a 1. The b is a negative 5. So a, b, and c. And the formula is right here. So you're going to do x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c, all divided by 2 times a. You're going to plug it in. So your b, negative b, so put another negative 5, b squared minus 4 times a times c, all divided by 2 times a, and you're going to work that out. So that's going to be a plus 5. This is going to be 25. This gives you a negative, and a negative is a positive. So 14 times 4 gives me 56 here, divided by 2. Okay, so you're going to have two answers here. Let's do the 56 plus 25 and hit the square root button. Okay, so all of this right here is equal to 9. So you're going to have 5 plus 9 divided by 2, and then the other answer is going to be a minus 5 minus 9 divided by 2. So your final answer on the quadratic formula is going to be, that's 14 divided by 2 is 7. There it is. This is a negative 4 divided by 2 is going to be a negative 2, and there it is. And so today, you're doing the quadratic formula. and I'll work some with you in class. And here's the paper here if you need it. It's also going to be on Canvas as well as this video. So everything you need to be successful is there. You just have to put the time in it, and have a good morning. Don't forget about your test.